gonna think we're Albies.
Hi, I'm Alicia.
I'm Carissa.
And we're the Leeber Sisters.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Welcome back to Saturday Night Wine Chat. Thanks so much for all the support in our last video.
So tonight we're going to be talking about our most embarrassing moments in our life. So tonight, guys, I'm serious.
After much thinking, we couldn't come up with a way to introduce the video. So here it is flat out.
We've had some embarrassing moments, and we're going to expose them today.
Leeber Sisters, exposed. Don't judge us because we had the balls to do it and you didn't.
Okay.
Alright, I'm in my teens, right? 16, bang, having sex. My fiance and I used to get jiggy with it before we were together. So we're like, alright, quick, let's do it real quick, right? Whole time, I don't know, there's no way it's just me. It has to be some other people out there.
Oh no, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, you're younger, we're getting jiggy with it, and you guys are both facing the same way, and I go to work the next day. I'm 16 working at McDonald's, and I'm sitting there like working with this guy. I didn't know it was coming. Literally, I dropped something, I bent down and queefed out. I legit did the freaking bend and snap. I'm not even kidding.
So embarrassing. And if you don't get that reference, then you should definitely go watch
Legally Blonde. Legit, I was like, but it didn't come out my butthole. And I'm looking around, and the guy's behind me, and I look back at him, and he's just like, legit just looked down and walked away. I don't think I went back to work after that.
Oh my god.
That was so embarrassing.
So this is back in the 8th grade when I was talking to my fiance at the time, and probably one of the first times that he had come over. My little brother at the time was very into wrestling, and fiance is obsessed with wrestling, and both of them decided to tag team me. My little brother decided to start jumping up and down on my stomach with his butt. Like, I don't really know how to... Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. Almost feel like I was gonna go do airplane with him, but instead he was on my stomach just jumping up and down with his butt.
Can you do a demonstration?
No.
I don't think I know what you mean.
So I'm laying like this, and his legs are here, and his butt's
why don't we just test it out?
Absolutely not. His legs are like around me like this, and he's like jumping up and down. He's like 1 or 2 at the time. Then my boyfriend decides he's gonna do the same thing. So now both of them are...
I'm sorry.
Alicia, what?
Carissa, you just described that, and now Alan's wrapped around you, jumping. So Alan had his legs wrapped around your waist?
No, he didn't. His feet were to the side.
Your boyfriend decided to do that and straddle me.
Right in front of my 1-year-old brother. So let me just clarify. My boyfriend did not wrap his legs around me like my little brother did. His legs were to the side, so he was sideways, hopping up and down on my stomach. And mind you, when you had a boyfriend for the first time and he comes over for the first time, you haven't farted in front of him. So of course, I had been holding in a lot that day. So they're doing that, and then all of a sudden, somebody hot went up, came back down, and I didn't even know how to act. I literally just looked at my boyfriend and was like, him and my little brother started dying. I was mortified. I didn't even want to talk to him anymore after that. I didn't want to see him again. I wanted to drop out of school. I wanted to pretty much leave that town. But blew ass in that place.
Blew ass in that place. I think I top all farting stories with my first fart in front of Brandon.
From the bike. This is wonderful.
Not that I queef on the reg. I was so young, and
She's a
doing
regular
stuff.
queef.
The queefer. So, this is when we were like 18, 19. I spent pretty much like the whole weekend, legit like Friday to Sunday, I stayed at his house. And then I was like, you know, new relationship, you don't want to fart in front of your man. So you just hold it and hold it. And like when you're sleeping in the living room with him and the bathroom's right there, you can't just fart in the bathroom because you know it's going to be a loud one and you know everyone in the living room is going to hear it. 3 days later, my stomach hurts so bad. And I'm like, babe, let's just go to my house. Let's go to my mom's. Because the living room is here and the bathroom was like all the way over there. And I was like, I know I can fart. And my bedroom's upstairs. I can fart. I know I can. I can find the time.
I can find the time.
Excuse me. He eventually came to my house. And we're laying in the living room. And he's like, come on. Let's hang out. Let's do this. Let's do that. And mind you, I still haven't farted. And he's like, babe, what's wrong with you? Why do you want to do anything? And I'm like, oh, my stomach just hurts so bad, Brennan. And I was like, I have to just tell you, like, I have to fart so bad. I've been holding it in. And he was like, well, just do it, babe. And I'm like, no, it's going to be like a loud one. And he's like, just do it, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my God, fine. Mind you, I'm thinking it's just going to be like a quick, loud one. I am not exaggerating. I am not making this up. I am telling you, I tried to let out just a little bit of air. It was legit just like... I
so wish I was there.
I don't even have the air to keep doing it. I'm not kidding. Count to 10. 1, 2,
I so
3.
wish I was there.
The first half was 10 seconds. I'm not even kidding. And then I stopped, and he was like, he was legit, like, I squeezed my butt cheeks, and he was like, like, just freaking shocked. We both were. I saw him, and I was just like, I did not know that was gonna happen. He's like, babe, do you still have to go? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, just let it out. I'm like, no, Brennan, no. He's like, just let it all out.
Oh my God.
I legit did it for like another 5 to 7 seconds and squeezed it back up. I mean, after that, I've been farting, picking my nose in front of it. If you let out your first fart like that, and forever you'll be bonded.
Yeah. He's a keeper. He said you have to go anymore? Oh my God, that is great. Okay. This is a similar story to what she had. Me and my boyfriend were very young at the time. He was my first boyfriend and we were each other's firsts. So you know when you're young and you first get into that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
you do it quite a bit more than when you're older. So, you know, nobody was home at this time and we did adult things quite a few times that day. And
how many times?
as she said, it was a few times.
So you did adult things when you were how old?
I was about 16. So
That's not what I heard.
I was like 16.
So you lost your virginity at how old?
I was 15.
I was 15 too.
Nice. I waited because it's sacred it's sacred. It's bad. It's not sacred unless you do it after you're 15. You're quince. So yeah, we did it quite a few times that day. Mind you, we didn't live close to each other at the time. You gotta get it out of your system when they see you. Kids, please just don't listen to what I'm saying. Anyways, we did it quite a few times and probably like 5-10 minutes after we were taking a minute, a lot of air came out.
What's insane is you legit can't stop it. Like, all you girls know.
You could try to hold it in, you could close your legs, you could forget. It's not stopping. It is just... It is just coming out.
Comment your queef stories.
Yes. Because we know, this is something you probably would keep private, but we're just not doing that today. This is exposing ourselves. So yeah, so then it just kept happening all night, and I was mortified. He just kept laughing about it. I didn't think it was funny at all.
Just laid in the bed.
You turn over.
Hey, it's starting to stink. What do you mean? It's coming from my queef. You're imagining shit.
I just peed.
Do you know one time I was in acting class, right? This was at Brockton High. I was so nervous about doing this scene. It was like, in order to pass the class, you had to do one scene with the teacher, and it was, what is it called? Improv, yeah. So I'm doing the improv. Everybody's like, ha ha ha, so funny. And then I just got nervous, and I guess I just made a stupid joke, and I was like, oh, I peed. Oh my God. And then everyone's like, haha. And then I'm like, oh, it smells. I didn't even think about it. And then all of a sudden, the whole mood of the room went from like, haha, to like, what the fuck? What? It just got so awkward. I was like, oh, there goes that popularity. I was this
She
close.
got booted out of that class real quick.
Even the instructor was like, ah. That was
Somebody teach this girl how to improv?
That was
No.
so embarrassing.
Oh my
I
God.
completely forgot about that.
I cannot.
That was so bad. Stop being yourself.
It's literally impossible after you have a child. Have
Yeah.
a child and then speak to me. Hopefully, I should probably put a bag down. Anybody have any puppy bags?
Yeah. Refill?
Yeah. What are you doing? Why is there so much topping involved?
Did you want some?
No.
Sorry if you don't like food from farting. We just thought it was pretty funny.
Also, we are exposing ourselves, so we have to use the most embarrassing things.
We're exposing the shit out of ourselves. As you can see, we enjoy a couple drinks on a Saturday night.
Don't worry, guys. We got DDs. I mean, I live here, but she got a DD.
What's a DD?
Designated driver. I have one just in case. When we were younger, it was more than a couple Saturdays a night.
When we were younger.
Yes, when we were younger.
Fuck. So,
Don't whine and record, guys.
so like in Mass, people are like, oh, if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute.
If you're not from Mass, you're not going to think it's funny, but if you are from Mass, you'll think it's hysterical. You need to bring a sweatshirt, a snowsuit, shorts, you know, at all times. It doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, spring, fall. You need to have it all. Because you don't know what it's going to be like. Supposedly, we're supposed to have snow this week, so, and
I
who
heard
knew that was going to happen.
Snow
We should have expected it.
in September.
Why would that happen?
I don't know.
Being in quarantine made me really like the winter because it's been hot and you can't do anything.
I've always loved the winter. Like, it's so much
You're
easier.
a winter baby. I'm a
Yeah,
summer
but
baby, so
in general, like, it's just so much easier to get warm than it is to get cool.
that is true.
And that was the Mass joke of the day.
It's getting we need all the followers we can get, please. Stick around.
Have you guys ever said something where it was like, what the did I just say?
You instantly regret it.
Like, I wasn't even thinking it. Carissa was like, oh, let's go visit my friend, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, fine. We're walking down the street, and I see this girl sitting on, like, a step, right? And I'm like, oh, maybe that's her. It was. Blah, blah. If you were listening, please, I am so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I did not mean to say this. We legit walked up, and, I mean, girl, I'm not trying to be rude at all. Look at us. We chunky, right? We're big girls. Like, I'm not gonna lie. We are big freaking girls. We're chunky. So, like, this girl was chunky. And I went up to her and Carissa was like, hi. And I was like, hey, fat ass. First time I ever met her.
I was mortified that she was my sister at the time. I wanted to just
Can you
be like,
just
I didn't know
demonstrate
her.
the face you made? And I was like,
And the girl, I think, felt really uncomfortable because she just looked at us like she didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to feel. I
didn't know what I did.
Definitely froze still. It was bad. It was very uncomfortable.
I legit was like, I am so sorry. I swear I wasn't thinking it. Like, I am just so sorry. It was a complete accident. Like, I was completely mortified. All I can say is, just don't talk.
It was bad.
Legit, to this day, I still feel so freaking guilty. Like, I apologize a million times. We ended up becoming, like, good friends, like, Her and Carissa were good friends. I'm so sorry, blah blah.
We're not naming any names.
Yeah, no names.
It was bad though, but I mean, you know, people make mistakes. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other stories?
Not any good ones, honestly. I mean, one I'm just gonna say really quickly is when I was younger, the phrase "suit yourself." I used to think it was "shoot yourself," which is very horrible. And at church, one time I said it to a friend, and she decided to correct me, and I was like, "There's no way. It's most definitely shoot yourself."
We legit got into arguments about this multiple
was
times.
bad.
I was like, Carissa, it's freaking suit yourself. She goes, no, it's not. I heard it a million times. Shoot yourself. Shoot yourself.
Mind you, we're in the middle of church. Like, it was horrible.
I'm like, Carissa, I'm not eating the pie. And she was like, shoot yourself.
It's very horrible to say, but I thought
good.
that's what the phrase was. And
She meant suit yourself.
I got a weird brain. And even the phrase, Captain Obvious, I used to think it was Catherine Obvious. Don't know
Catherine,
why.
oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah,
Catherine
I'm not good with phrases. Nobody sat down and taught me them.
That's so funny. Well, that's the end of our video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to
like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget to turn your post notifications on so that you guys get notified anytime we post a video. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.